What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we have some FUT Champions games as we do get into the game against Mario Bros. He does have Neuer, Boateng, Alba, Vidal, Pogba, Conte, SBC, Lacazette, Dembele, Martial, Smalling, and Walker in his team. Pretty solid team. I was kind of scared going into this because I looked at that midfield, and that midfield looked so annoying to get past, and it was. And early into the game, I think he does give up possession. I accidentally shoot it. Boateng does chest it down. I get a bit of luck right here, and Hazard does put us 1-0 up right in like the first 3 minutes, which is absolutely fantastic. So the topic for this video is going to be problems in FIFA 17, and I believe in this strongly, as Lacazette does put him up 1-1, or tie it up 1-1. Martial, my bad, 1-1 in the 11th minute. But I do believe in this strongly, and I used to believe in this strongly, but I've kind of thought about it more in depth, and I've kind of changed my opinion. So before, what I thought, especially towards the beginning of this game, as Hazard does miss a shot, I thought that this game was super heavy on pay to win. And as long as you had all the money in the world and you bought as many FIFA points as you want, you could win any game you wanted to win. You could win because you had such a superior team. And I thought this, like, probably up to this weekend, like, to be honest, it was always in the back of my head. I always thought to myself, dude, this game is so pay to win. I'm losing just because people have these god teams. And I will go over this again as Yaya Toure in the extra time to smash it into the top right corner. Look at me celebrating like a dick, because I'm gonna come out with another video this week again, of how to win more games in FUT Champs, and it's a lot of mentality, and that's why I kind of implement this into my game, and you guys will see that in this video if you guys want to go check it out, or it might already be out. So yeah, go check that out if it's already out, if you're watching this later on. So going back to the topic, problems in FIFA 17. I think one of the biggest problems, I think we did win that game. I don't know why I cut it off, but this game was really annoying, dude. That Yaya and Rooney combo, they sat back the whole game. The guy literally got Rooney and ran back every single time and didn't let me do anything. It was one of the more frustrating games, and this game, the way it ends, it tilted me. I put my controller down and just walked away, dude. I was so mad. I'm not even gonna talk about any part of this game until the end of the video, but I think that if FIFA is ever going to want to be a competitive game, as Hazard to smack it in, I don't think that pay to win, or not pay to win, I don't think that restricting players from players, if that makes sense, is going to be fair. Because, for example, if I invest, yes, I'm gonna say invest, I invest $200 or £200, whatever you want to call it, into this game, and let's say I pack Team of the Year Ronaldo, and it's during Team of the Year, that means that basically I will have coins to buy any player in the game if I wanted to. I could buy a bunch of legends, I could buy anyone, and if that happens, then basically any player I come up against will be at a disadvantage automatically. And the thing, this is what I thought the whole time: if I get a good player and then I sell him, I get a great, amazing team because I put a bunch of money into the game, I'm gonna beat that player most likely just because I have a superior team. But what I realized this weekend was that it comes down a lot to player skill. Look at me losing the ball, by the way, right here. It's the 90th minute. I didn't want to make that pass, and it just made that pass. And as soon as I made that pass, I knew what was coming. It was 1-1, 90th minute, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? No center back. Rooney goes through, and I lose the game against a guy who doesn't deserve it. But you know what? That happens from time to time. He had a solid team. I probably had the same caliber of team, so I just couldn't complain about this game especially. But the topic of this video mostly comes because I came up against so many god teams, this being one of them. And the thing is, I can't afford this team. This team on the screen, I know a lot of people probably can without putting money into the game, but I'm not saying this guy put money into the game, but he most likely did. And the reason I say that is because he has the Red and Zonti, which was a couple months ago, meaning that he either got, one, really lucky in his gold packs, two, got him in an elite pack, or three, somehow just, I don't know, whatever. So I came up against so many God teams. I came up against Holt, Vieira, Ronaldo, Suarez, Messi, all the team of the years, Ramos, Neuer, Boateng, all those players. Look at this, by the way, dude. This is what makes me mad. I zoom in because I want to replay it. Two of my players tackle the ball and it falls perfectly to Griezmann. I don't understand how that happens. It's so stupid, but I came up against so many God players, so many God teams, that I realized that my team could compete with them. And I don't know how many of the games I've recorded, but I came up against Team of the Year Suarez, Messi, Ronaldo, Holt, Vieira, a bunch of those players, and I put in a amazing performance. I held my own against those teams, and I thought to myself, okay, so if I have a pretty decent team. If you haven't seen it, go check out one of my past few videos. I have put it there, but I have a pretty decent team, you know. And if my team can compete with these teams, that means that most of the results should come from player skill, and that means that if I have the capacity to beat a player that puts so much money into the game that basically this game isn't pay to win. I came to that conclusion. It's not pay to win as it seems, but one thing that I do strongly believe is that if you do not pay to win, if you put money into the game, if you invest in this game, then you will have a great team. And if you come up against a player that is, look at this team, by the way, it's a ridiculous team. This guy obviously has put something into the game, because nobody can have 93 Higuain, 87 Dybala, because that 87 Dybala was ridiculously expensive. But going back to what I was saying, I forgot what I was saying actually. No, actually I do remember what I was saying. I was saying that's a ridiculous finish by Higuain. That if you come up against a guy with Holt, Vieira, George Best, all those elite legends, and my team, and we are the same skill, I will probably be able to match up to him. But the deciding factor, look at this save, by the way, from Handanovic, man. I don't understand. That was another thing that tilted me, man. I do show a replay, but what will come down to the result is going to be the elite players such as Pogba, Ronaldo, Vieira, Holt. All those players will most likely be the deciding factor in a game where two players have the same exact skill level, meaning that there's like a smaller skill gap, which is something I don't like. Because, for example, if I have, let's say, Hazard, okay, and then the other guy has Team of the Year Ronaldo, I get a through ball with Hazard over the top, and he gets a through ball with Ronaldo over the top. Smalling or Bailly is like a common play that you see. So Smalling or Bailly is chasing my Hazard, and he catches up to Hazard somehow, because this game's ridiculous. Smalling can catch up to any player in the game. Smalling catches up to Hazard and pushes him off the ball because he's just faster. So somehow he just pushes him off the ball, and then Hazard loses the ball. If he has Team of the Year Ronaldo through on goal, Smalling will catch up to him somehow as well, but he tries to push him off, and Ronaldo will just shrug him off like he's not even there. And yeah, I know this makes sense because that's how it should be, because you're playing so much for an elite player. But when it comes to a competitive aspect of FIFA, such as Foot Champions or like any other tournaments, if you have a disadvantage where basically you're competing for a chance to go to a real life tournament to win thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars, then it's not fair, which is why I think something like Draft Champions in FIFA 18 would be a great addition, or something where you could, like, let's say for example you build your ultimate team, and what you do with your ultimate team is you build it up as best as you can, then you go into Draft Champions, you select your team, and as long as you can do well with your regular ultimate team, you can do well in Draft Champions and get a good team. And that's the team you actually use for Foot Champions, meaning that the whole, like, this is what I don't understand. The players at regionals got the whole database of players. I think I just hit my mic. They got the whole database of players. Any player in the game. Why can't we get that? That's what I don't understand. So for example, like, let's say I have my team with player of the month Son and Hazard, Yaya Toure, someone else, I don't care, Dele Alli, someone like that. And then I go to regionals, somehow I go to regionals, and then these players have Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Neuer, Ferdinand, Blanc, all those players. Am I gonna be able to compete with them? No, I'm not, because my computer screen just locked. Let me unlock this real quick. No, I'm not gonna be able to compete with them because they have the elite players that I couldn't use at home, and now I could use them only when I'm at regionals. It doesn't make sense, as Chon does win us the game with an amazing long shot, man. But yeah, I'm really like strong about the subject, and tomorrow I will have a full game probably on me coming up against a top 100 player, top 100 monthly player, I do believe, and I should have beat him, but you know what? That's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Daily uploads are back. We will have uploads this weekend as well. So yeah, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this FUT Champions gameplay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, and I'm out.